It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans.
Let's shoot the Bulls. I cannot be longer. There's no dude in the fucking
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And his first pass is incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those reps.
like I said,
It's going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So out come the Texans in great starting field position.
almost 6,000. I came so close to 6K. I was so
And he and
upset.
his team, they were the beneficiaries of
And 2 TDs away from 10
by a
TDs
tremendous
per
regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up so he could use the rest, and I'm sure his teammates felt the exact
nice
same
single
way.
coverage you got
But
there.
now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one, because sometimes getting the rest is great.
Oh,
And down he goes.
oh my, let me down.
They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Jeffrey Simmons showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. To try again after the sack. Shaw sliding out of the pocket. To the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Opening minute
Well,
and
you won't play well
already
this
a
time,
trip
you're
to
gonna
the
be
red zone. First
difficult.
and 10 right at the 20. Here's Ronald Jones.
Well, play well
first
today.
carry.
Yo.
Hey,
And he couldn't
Oh, I thought that
quite
was
get
in.
there. Tackled down.
you know what time it is.
Another big gainer that
big?
time. This one goes
No.
for 19
No!
yards. And perhaps now close to the first points of this division.
Well,
Gonna
round
see
game.
Hawkins.
I'm sorry,
It's
Richard,
first
you don't
and
get a
goal.
touchdown apparently.
Now Shaw. And he's going to go
I
down just
couldn't do anything
outside
about
the
that.
5, right around the 6-yard line. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And he's got Jordan complete right side. Touchdown! Brevin Jordan from 6 yards away. And the Texans are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point.
I know I targeted him, he was just open, so.
And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So that drive spanned 5
I mean,
plays.
I'd be surprised
And the
if you
result,
did
a Houston
target him.
touchdown.
I didn't too.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
The Cowboys won. Hey, good kick, you wolf to turn man.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He just tells us before every game.
Like I said, he was dead. Ah, no, hey, I don't know what you're trying to do there.
Every one of the game,
That was
coaches
kind of questionable.
Turnovers, right?
minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Derek Henry's got that.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going with the football.
And that is
clicked on and
Two
went
drives
for
will tell the
interception.
story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
On his current, the
Jeez, that kicker got wrecked.
On the return is King. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Here's Shaw.
You can't. Oh, I'm going to run.
Yeah. It's going to line up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with the referee. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot.
And that is cool. Touchdown, Texans. Devontae Smith there to make the grab. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle down. The confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. It'll start with a give to Henry, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that.
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go out and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They're going to look to throw.
Oh, shit. Got it.
This is Smith with a grab.
Touchdown.
Devontae Smith with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Texans continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tiny 2-play drive that time. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play.
You're always going to
Take a
pick.
big shot
If they
downfield.
was,
Thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a play fake, and it's
Good job.
Tannehill. Well, this would take it in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those...
Fumble, there you go.
On the ground.
Good in, good in, good in.
There we go. Touchdown.
And some room to run now. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Now, Youngway coup for the extra point.
3 turnovers in the first 2 quarters.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5.
Is he fumbled?
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
What?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Somebody's play calls.
Yes, you have to throw the ball.
Conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all calls and it's
Chase
not going to be correct.
Got through.
I like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. 44 on his first
Got a good
this is a good kick as well.
I'm not cheating at all.
Yeah, I helped you move this team a couple days ago.
Yes.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13
We didn't
yards.
play a lot of team,
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
No.
Touchdown,
Wide open.
touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to
Oh my God, no way. Oh, you.
they're in at this stage of the game.
And he's able
Why
to
lock
get
it?
it all the way
Lock it.
down to the 20.
6 for 6, $167, 2 touchdowns already.
They've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw Exhibit Z right there. Flushed
Get up,
out
get
right.
up, get up, get up. Blocking me. No, they don't block me.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, it's Jones.
Block here. And hold it.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Steps away to his left. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
3 yards of pain.
Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Ronald Jones taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans are able to widen their lead in this first half. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here's Harris to return it.
And
a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit. Maybe featuring other people touching it for a while. And then you get a chance to come back to it. But things have changed a little bit.
Pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Chase Young. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And when you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Throwing on second and long. Tannehill. Now he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, we get ready for third down. Let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's King. Oh, what a move. A second fake. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Well, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. To throw again on second down. Shaw, flush to his right. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
Rolling to his right. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Jones. Yes. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Ronald Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime.
I mean, this game is close.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it.
I see they always compare the same for the half.
He'll take the knee in the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we send John over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This fourth and final matchup on this divisional round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's AFC divisional round game. And it is the Kansas City Chiefs who will fight another week as they were able to eliminate the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, shit.
Meanwhile, in our game, we've got 1 half remaining to find out who goes on to the AFC title game. And to bring it all to you, let's send it back out to Brandon God.
They got one highlight. Oh, I know the turnover. It was a fumble touchdown. Yeah.
Wow. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. On the return, it's Simba Webster. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this whole crowd.
Yeah, score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the Bills would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Oh, shit.
The Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Harold Landry. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Gone.
And this one complete to Smith. Touchdown, Houston. Devontae Smith saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Texans add on.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
It's just how good this team is.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And now the Texans defense, they get ready here. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating for the entire team? Creating the turnovers, what they call takeaways, and turning those into points for their team. That's why they have the lead, and that's got to be exciting for those guys on the defensive side of the ball.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Carter with it.
Hot fumble.
The ball's out. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Oops.
He doesn't get many opportunities to carry it, so he's got to maximize. In this case, after dropping it like that, I think his number's going to go way down. What do you think?
Yeah, and sometimes those fullbacks, let's just be frank, they usually don't have the hands that the running back does.
And it's hard for them because they do so much blocking.
Got all you bomb. I just caught that also.
And it's hard for them to hold on to the football.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here.
Sure
escaping the pressure right.
On the field, on the field. All right.
This is caught. Touchdown. Devontae Smith, 30 yards. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Will he fumble? Will he get it?
No.
I hate this team.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone,
Okay,
so we will start here at the 25. The Houston defense we watch as they get set to go. And they forced the fumble last time. Now 4 turnovers for its defense. They've been darn good.
It's become a feeding frenzy, hasn't it? I mean, almost like the sharks. They descend upon their prey. That's what they've done this entire game. 4 takeaways, they preach it, and today they're living it.
Well, when you have that many, you probably think, all right, well, we'll just get another one now, right?
99 lives in Houston.
Picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And you get the feeling Chase got 2 sacks now, but he may get more than just a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world.
And again, stop throwing the ball.
Make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now. Showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
This is super safe.
Lost that time, but that's not what they need. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Now Tannehill.
I got it.
Complete to Disley, the tight end. Just a
20 yards in 3 quarters. He has 20 yards of offense.
Oh my God. Get your receiver the ball coming across the formation.
You know in a conference championship, you have 20 yards of offense?
And they stop him well short.
Holy shit.
As the punt team now as this one's sent away.
Kaboom.
Taken from just outside
Whoop.
the 30.
Oh my God, no.
It's
I
all
finally had
coming.
a kick six.
It's all coming.
I finally had a kick six and some asshole blocked in the back.
Flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back.
Whoa.
Bitch.
Nice.
Wallow.
And that hold goes
Wallow in the
away.
sadness.
Big return.
And I know
Oh,
from the
the
outside
30
in,
yard
you think,
line.
why are you holding? Just make sure you don't grab anyone. But you want to keep people away from your return guy. And sometimes those sudden moves,
Man,
that
those are-
speed, you reach out and inadvertently do something, and the penalty flag comes out.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. A give to Jones.
Oh my God.
Working across midfield inside the 45.
56 yards, 2
yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace.
Is there an issue here?
This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time.
Rickard
and making
being
it
a receiver.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Rickard!
It's open.
Ah, damn it. Pull back. Pull back.
I think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely
I trusted you, fullback. Why did you run 40 yards?
and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Shaw flushed out right.
Block.
He is tired out.
He's out of bounds, but not
They
before
got the
he's
job
inside
done,
the
though.
30. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Goodness.
Back to throw here. Buying time to his left.
Whoop.
Wide open receiver complete.
Five
Do get
touchdown.
him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. The Give us to Jones. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Okay, now I don't want you to score. Okay. The backup was in.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game.
There you go.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Jones again. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Ronald Jones saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Texans are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Coup for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
No kill, quite like overkill.
So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's Ronald Jones that polishes it off with a touchdown run.
Okay, catch the
Following
fucking
touchdown,
ball.
here's Coup to kick off.
Hey, caught it.
Here's Harris to return it. And he is out of bounds as he'll
out of bounds
start
anyway.
past the 30.
And there's a bumble making it.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
You're not scoring 60 points in
Contain
1
him to
quarter.
just 4, 2nd down.
We can't even score 60 points in 1 quarter. How the hell are the Titans going to do that?
A shotgun snap for Tannehill.
It's a
Throw right side complete to Carter.
Oh, third down.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Now it's Tannehill. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown.
Oh, what the hell happened to the
And
camera?
we'll have a Titans 1st down.
If you actually go up and get it, if you actually pull it up and then it's stuck, that would have been
This
amazing.
game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably is AJ as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. To throw is Tannehill.
Song. Going.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a
Look
lost
fast.
2nd and 10.
Dude's pant filling every time.
Again, Tannehill.
Sean. Intercepted. Pick 6.
Intercepted a 3rd time.
Pick 6. Oh, what the hell?
Picked off around the
He took a weird
The
step.
return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess they can't try to sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
Been having good catches. He just hasn't had
And
a
it's been
touchdown.
ugly from the get-go.
Change it now.
This for field
Come on,
position
you
after
gotta
the big play. Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Made it open.
Now it's caught.
Got it.
Did I not get
Whoa.
my guy?
Texans passing game in rhythm right
This
now.
is why you're not our number 1 tight end.
It's a quarterback
Shot,
sneak.
touchdown, let's
He's in for the
go!
score. Touchdown.
Everyone get a touchdown.
The sneak.
The halfback will
Hey,
take it.
fan in the stands, come down here. Who's going to touchdown?
Mascot, you're twirling, get over here.
And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
That was not a pass. What the fuck are you talking about?
Touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at
Hey,
all.
you got 69.
Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. Now Jones.
Boom.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Playing with Julio Bones.
The real UA trader is Deku's mom? What?
That doesn't make any sense. She doesn't go to UA. How would she know who this class is?
Alright, let's see you spin this one, Anime Uproar.
What is up, everybody? It's Animac here for Anime Uproar, and due to popular demand, today I'm diving back into some of the most intense, jaw-dropping, and outright insane MHA theory.
Tennessee offense set to go again. They knew this would be tough. On the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's going. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Here's Tannehill. He'll get that one to Carter complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Get this complete to Racey McMath. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Whoa, wait a second.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On first down, it's Tannehill. That's complete to his running back, Carter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works him past the 50. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. To the air again, Tannehill. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not surprising the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Carter. And he's got this down to the 35. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's going. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
His throw incomplete.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of
That doesn't make sense if they expected.
Oh, what?
That makes
got
sense.
robbed.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game.
You're kidding me.
It's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So
That's not even gonna pick.
coming on 3rd down. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
On second and goal, Tannehill. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Ross Blacklock gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is third and goal. Tannehill. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This one winding toward a conclusion. And how would you assess how the secondary is played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's...
There it is.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys.
They got exactly 40 yards.
Take even more chances. And in this situation, that's a paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaughan. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.
Then on that same day, in that same mall, Shigaraki just happened to show up and confront Deku. Sure, that might have been a coincidence, but it could also be more than that. That Joy Boy Theory's video on this topic is a lot more comprehensive, and while there is no smoking gun, it is still a compelling theory. Toru was one of the earliest traitor suspects, but more recently another suspect has come to the forefront, Yuga Aoyama. Yuga's location during the USJ villain arc is unknown, and when asked about it, he seems to outright refuse to say, stating that it's a secret. Yuga has also been seen throwing odd glances at the audience and at Deku. Oh, and he keeps telling Deku to eat more cheese, including late at night, which is not good for your digestion, so that in itself is enough to qualify Yuga as a villain, in my opinion. The Yuga is the traitor theory is still quite relevant.
What the fuck? That was weird. Oh my god, they're even stronger now.
The video goes into a lot more detail than I go into here, but the theory focuses on the fact that Yuga's work doesn't seem to fit his body, which is something that he shares with Deku. From what we've been told, we know that Yuga was apparently born with a birth defect, which made it difficult for him to control his own work. The lasers would shoot up from his navel would leak out of his body uncontrollably, which made him a social outcast since everyone was afraid that his work would hurt him. Thankfully, Yuga eventually received a special belt which allowed him to control his work, but unlike most supporting equipment, this belt is not an optional accessory for Yuga. He has to wear it all the time. The Yuga is the traitor theory states that All For One and Uchiko were somehow involved in his life before he came to UA. Either he was born workless and his work was given to him by All For One, which is why it doesn't seem to be compatible with his body, or the belt that Yuga uses to control his What if this treatment was actually some sort of experimentation? And what if the reason why Nezu is the only known animal with the quirk is because the quirk was given to him artificially by Fujiko and All for One? Maybe Nezu was an early Nomu experiment of some kind, an animal Nomu instead of a human Nomu. The fact that he seems to have the DNA of multiple different animals is similar to the fact that Nomu have the DNA of multiple humans. So, Nezu as we know him today may actually be a creation of Fujiko and All for One. Since Nezu is the UA principal, he clearly has the access and knowledge required to be the UA trainer. But at the same time, he clearly seems to care about his students. He was one of the first to show concern about a potential traitor, and he is the one setting up all of these fancy security systems to stop the villains. If Nezu is actually a villain, he is an excellent actor because he's done an incredible job earning everyone's trust. And that includes the students, the heroes, and all of us manga readers and anime watchers as well. But Nezu could be the UA traitor without actually being a villain. If Nezu really was created by Fujiko and All for One, then they might have implanted some sort of tracking device inside of him that he doesn't even realize is there. Or they may have given him some sort of dormant quirk that he isn't aware of, but that All for One can use to get information out of him without his knowledge. That would mean that he really is a good guy who cares about students, but the experiments that were conducted on him in the past have turned him into an unwitting traitor. As I said, this is my own personal
opinion. I could agree, but the other one's not really.
Such a mysterious character. I mean, we're supposed to just accept that he's this super intelligent tech billionaire who loves being a high school principal and who just happens to be the only animal with a quirk. I feel that there has to be more to Nezu's story, but we'll have to wait and see. Aside from Toru, Yuga, and Nezu, there are many other suspects who have been proposed as potential UA traitors. This includes Kaminari because his quirk is great for manipulating electronic devices, Jiro for similar reasons, Ochako because her parents are desperate for money, Mineta because some people just don't like Mineta, Kota because he can control animals and Nezu is an animal.
Was that guy those the one?
None of these have any compelling evidence behind them that I'm aware of. It's just speculation.
They're showing how the parents became rich.
Apart from the students,
because he was recommended.
The traitor could be someone with the police, like Tsukauchi, a teacher who leads a double life as a villain, and so on. Again, there is no real evidence for these theories, but they're fun to think about nonetheless. There is also a theory that the traitor doesn't really exist. All of that sensitive intel could have just come from Toga using her quirk to secretly infiltrate the UA at a key moment in the story. And this might have even happened off-screen, or perhaps Kurogiri used his quirk to do something similar. There's always the possibility that a former hero like Lady Nagan still has access to sensitive information and is using it to feed intel to the villains. And then there are also the absolutely insane theories, like the one that the traitor is actually Deku's mom. Yes, Deku's adorable saint of a woman mom, Inko. This theory is so crazy that on the one hand I don't even want to talk about it, but on the other hand, it's so crazy that I can't resist talking about it. Okay, so in what world could Deku's mother possibly be the UA traitor? In that video I made talking about all the theories about the true identity of Deku's dad, I mentioned a crazy theory that I never even thought of until I saw someone post it in the comments of a previous video. The theory states that Deku was actually born with a quirk, but it was a highly dangerous quirk. Something similar to Eddie's Rewind or Shigaraki's Decay, and this quirk manifested while Deku was still an infant. In fact, Deku accidentally activated his quirk when he was still a baby, and as a result, his father was killed. After this tragic event, Inko made a deal with Dr. Fujiko to take this dangerous quirk away from Deku before he could hurt himself or someone else. She then covered it up in order to protect Deku from the tragic and traumatizing truth that he accidentally killed his own father. If Deku's mom made a secret deal with Fujiko to take away her son's dangerous quirk, she would be indebted to Fujiko and All for One. And of course, if Deku had really killed his own father and Inko wanted to cover it up, then Fujiko would be able to use that knowledge to blackmail her because she wouldn't want that truth to be revealed to Deku. So, Inko could be giving intel about the UA to the villains in exchange for keeping her dark secret hidden. I mean, Deku does tell her a lot of things about his life at UA that the villains love to know. And now that she is actually staying at the UA shelter, she is perfectly positioned to help the villains.
We've never seen parents at the school either. How would she have gotten in?
First of all, how would Inko know about the location of the secret training camp that the students went to if only the teachers and the Pussycats knew about it ahead of time? I mean, I guess maybe All Might
This is as crazy as the Minatobi and the Akatsuki video period. And that didn't make a damn any sense. This doesn't make any sense.
But realistically, Iko would never willingly put her son in danger, and I'm sure she wouldn't put other students in danger either. Even if Iko was hiding a dark secret from Deku, and even if she was being blackmailed by Uchiko and All for One, I think that she would sooner come clean to Deku, regardless of the consequences, than spot.
Yeah. The only evidence that supports is that during the attack, she didn't want Deku to return to UA. That's about the only somewhat evidence you could possibly use for that theory.
Today, from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, it's the AFC Championship game on EA Sports.
One of the school chiefs.
It's the Houston Texans taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
A trip to sunny Arizona for Super Bowl 57. The AFC title game is underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down. Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down and forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Desmond King back deep. Fielded at about the 28. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Flush to his right. Gonna throw right side here. Complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Ronald Jones, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. Get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go. Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the game in the NFL. But if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot.
Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Chase Young able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down.
But here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Returnable here from the 38.
Who won it? Who won the kick flip?
And finally out of bounds, just inside the 10. So wipe away the return. The holding penalty is going to set him back.
And I think this return wouldn't have happened without the hold, so that was a pretty easy call for them to make. Sometimes when it's away from the ball, they might let it go, but not in this situation.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. It's a gain of 34.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Texans. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Takes it at the 7. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. gun. It's Mahomes. Pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Chase Young able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they felt like they could take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for him so far this game. And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Lock the ball of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. Right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked, and there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins there to make the grab. And the Texans continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0.
Oh!
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field.
Oh.
They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Mahomes now to throw. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. 21-0 our score after 1. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to...
Isn't there Lamar Jackson is undefeated against the NFC?
Okay. I'll reopen it. Does it work? No. There we go, now it works.
Conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Now here's Mahomes. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. On the return following a punt of 41. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a
touchdown, Houston. Devontae Smith, 79 yards. And the Texans continue to pull away here in this first half. Koo now for the point after. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Mahomes going to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Chase Young getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
On second down, with Edwards-Helaire. And this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the second straight play. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Chase Young is holding the entire Chiefs offense.
Here's Mahomes to throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jimmy Moreland, and his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line.
I love Chase Young. He's freaking lucky. Go in for the pressure. Look how close that is. Did he get hit, actually? No.
Thank goodness, that would have been a flag.
You're worried.
Was this one straight through?
No. We stepped to the side. Yeah. But still, that pressure, and then Mahomes is like, Tyreek Hill down there somewhere.
And so is the defender. I wasn't even Tyreek, that was Michael Hartman.
Yikes. Tyreek Light.
How are you going to catch this ball? I got it. How?
And Moreland's like, no, I got it.
That was easy.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
No.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. They'll go with Jones. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown! It's complete. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans open the lead up to 34-0. Now Younghoe Koo. to fake it. It's caught inside the 5. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. 7 yards there and a first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. And again, it's Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes, and he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Back to throw again, and an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. He went swinging for the fences on that play. Didn't quite get in the end zone, but, boy, they're set up pretty now.
Okay, that play just happened. Let it go. Time to defend the goal line.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Patrick Ricard as the first half is winding down. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Coup for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, there wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. On the return, Simba Webster from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Now Schaub. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Schaub. They'll roll him out right. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. On 2nd and 10. Schaub. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Devontae Smith, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Now a first carry for their fullback. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on third down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the first down.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. He'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Jonathan Bernard. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. After the sack on first down, Mahomes incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And that's incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it fourth down. Butker's kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. 39 yards there, a big one.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Devontae Smith saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Texans continue to pour it on. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. Houston's offense taking over again. They are getting closer and closer to lifting that Lamar Hunt trophy. Not home just yet, but trying to polish things off here. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. They'll get 34 yards there.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up four fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Now the red challenge flag makes an appearance as Andy Reid wants a second opinion. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the decision to throw the flag, a good one by Andy Reid. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. That flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
What's the deal, y'all?
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Back to throw. Being chased out left. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. He got 29 yards that time.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Second down and goal. Shum. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Devontae Smith there to make the grab. And the Texans are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they're really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. Extra point by Koo, up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And oh, he coughed it up, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Open man is Hill. He's got it. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. There he goes left side. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Koo now for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. KC's offense ready to take over. Now their backs really against the wall now. They knew how tough this would be on the road, AFC title game, and they have gotten all they could handle and then some. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 2nd and 4. They'll set up a throw. Then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And And the throw there going to be incomplete. And defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. Oh, that nearly their first pick of the game. But it falls down to the ground incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. They're going to look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So that drive, 4 plays, and the result, a Houston touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
It'll go as a gain of 10 on a Kansas City first down. The Texans, they are going to the Super Bowl as we sign off and say goodnight, everybody. And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.
Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. Super Bowl 57. It's the Green Bay Packers taking on the Houston Texans.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Houston Texans taking on the NFC champions, the Green Bay Packers. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And he's been sensational all season long, but he saved his best work for the playoffs, leading his guys to the AFC Championship a couple of weeks ago. And now he knows what lies ahead. He's going to need to play a near-perfect 4 quarters of football to get his guys to the finish line.
Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
The end result, 21 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
On the move to his left. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Texans are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
So pretty interesting. They get the opening drive touchdown. They wanted a little more. They were looking for 8, maybe something they thought about before the game started, I would imagine.
I think you're right about that. That's discussed in your staff meeting. A decision is made. I think the head coach has to blueprint it and say, yes, let's go ahead and do that. In this case, though, let's give some credit to the guys on defense. They gave up the touchdown, but found a way to regroup and keep them out of the end zone for the 2-point play.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Desmond King making the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Rodgers. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. On play action, it's Rodgers. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to it as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the field goal that cuts the lead in half as they, too, were able to get some points on their initial drive of the game.
Yeah, all in all, a pretty positive response, right, to the points that were scored against them. And they got a little help from their opponent anyway. Missed the conversion, so now they're just 3 back.
On the return comes Webster. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude, and you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now, but maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to, and he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Schaub eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Texans. Brevin Jordan from 4 yards out. And the Texans will extend their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Here's Koo to kick it off. Take it in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second down and 4. Chubb flushed out right. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. Back to throw here. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal.
And they ran just a little underneath route here on first and goal, but there's really not a whole lot of room to operate this close to the goal line. It's just not able to get loose after the catch.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Touchdown! Patrick Ricard from 10 yards out. And the Texans continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. This is Jones. Powers through him. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Ronald Jones. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are feeling good as they extend their lead in the Super Bowl. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's Ronald Jones that polishes it off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. On the return, it's Taylor. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. To throw, it's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. On the return, it's King. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it? And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Well, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
This is Smith for the grab. Touchdown, Texans. Devontae Smith, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Texans are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Coup for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. On the return, it's Taylor. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line.
The ball comes out, and the Texans scoop it. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
going for it all. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. Touchdown! Devontae Smith, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Texans are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. On the return, it's Taylor. And he returns this to the 22. The Packer offense heading back for one final first half drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 2nd down and 4. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl, a brief... Ready to go for the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. On the return, it's Taylor. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
Well, if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Rodgers to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Complete to Jones. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Rodgers going to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Texans defense stands tall. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he's been magnificent as we start to roll on all these touchdown passes he's had so far. It's been fun to watch.
It's been almost poetic, hasn't it? Captain, my captain. And this captain is playing so well and leading his team. As you mentioned, the great number of touchdown passes. He's looking really, really sharp.
Now maybe he just wants to add to that total, right?
And why not? More the merrier.
Well, that's another mistake there. Drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. 3rd quarter action in Super Bowl 57. Here's a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll go back to Smith. This time it's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the 1st half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the 1st target of the 2nd half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that, because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And last time they were stopped on 4th down. Had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down. Do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves. Let's get back out there and move the ball again.
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Rodgers. He'll find DeGuara complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Chase Young in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Gets past one man and able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Back to throw now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Caught by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. And the drive stays in motion with an... Nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Forced out to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Chubb is going to float this one deep right side. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Now Chubb. Now he steps away. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They'll try to run some clock now with Jones. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Here's Schaub. He'll buy some time right. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And that'll bring up 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. They'll run it with Jones. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Ronald Jones unable to get to that imaginary yellow line. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. A check down here to Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. To throw is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate, drops it.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
And, that nearly their first pick of the game. but it falls down to the ground incomplete. To throw again on second down. Schaub. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
That's complete. It's Collins. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards on the play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Takes it at the 7. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And the Lone Star State has a new champion. It's the Houston Texans, kings of the Super Bowl. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists a Lombardi trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all off season, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.